at the frozen yogurt shop. No, let's not start there. Let's start with this thing right here. This magician. I just want to keep that handy as a reminder. Let's put this in the appropriate place. There we go. There's a story behind this magician. Maybe I should start with that. So, yesterday I was watching tarot. I was watching a guy, and he cut to the magician and he started talking about it. And I happened to have the tarot deck sitting out because I was doing it for myself, trying to like, should I take this opportunity? And everything came up with a no. So like, or definitely not a good feeling. But anyway, so I cut my deck right to the magician, dead center, pretty close to center. Well, actually, it was about this deep into the deck. The card, let's see, how did I do this? The card that was touching it on one side was this guy, that moving to calmer waters, and this guy, this decision-making choice guy. I mean, I could put these all in my hat too. This is ridiculous though. I don't want to put all of them in there. You can't even see them with the glare. Maybe I could tip my hat and shrink down. Don't shrink yourself to fit other people's something. But yeah, the magician. Let's talk about it real quick, and then I'll get to the yogurt shop. You've got everything you need, and the way this is seeing to me, this is. I looked at this as choices in life. At first, I was like, oh, this job, or should I, like, oh, we've got a choice to make. Don't worry, you've got all the strength to do it, whatever. And this one, moving to calmer waters. And it came to me this morning because I left them sitting there. I'm not, until it like sinks in, I'm not gonna move on if I have the time and the choice. So this looks crazy. I don't want to look crazy. We'll just keep that handy, just as a reminder. Let's take off these glasses. I can't see close with them on, and I did the whole what's that called? Like not bifocals, but like a gradual whatever. It's terrible. Don't ever get that. I also got it so it shades darker in the sunlight, and that was big backfire because the sun would come through the sides, reflect back in on the dark lens, and then I was blinded. So then I started having to wear baseball caps. Anyway, I think I look handsome enough in a baseball cap. Well, let's talk about this frozen yogurt, and why I brought it up is I probably shouldn't be eating frozen yogurt, and I'm not a super big fan of it anyway. When you can have ice cream, why have frozen yogurt? I know it was like a 90s thing that stuck around and was supposed to be the healthy alternative, whatever. But as a cross-country coach, I was part of a group that, on one run, we ran to the yogurt shop, and then, and that was kind of a fun day for kids. And, it was just an easy day, but made it fun. And, I was kind of taken aback by all of the choices for what you could put on it. And this morning, my emotions, my feelings, let's say feelings, felt like all of the different sprinkles and choices on top of my bowl of yogurt today. I mean, I've felt the gamut, the rainbow, the spectrum of feelings in a very brief time. And at first I was trying to push back and be like, let's not dwell on those, any of that negativity. Let's, shift it to the whatever. And then I was like, dude, you've got to honor everything, accept that your vessel is like tingling with these feelings. They may or may not be your own, So, and that gives me great joy to think that I might be feeling other people's feelings, and more than just that face to face, like empathy, oh, sympathize, oh, I see your pain and I feel it to a degree, whatever. It's like, hey man, maybe I'm feeling feelings that people I can't see. And that's my big hope and dream, right? Except for I hope everybody gets their shit together because I don't want to feel bad. Sorry. Language. Oh my gosh, yeah. But so I'm thinking about these sprinkles and not just sprinkles, but all the toppings for frozen yogurt. And one by one, they're all unique and delicious and whatever. And so mentally, at first, I was trying to kick aside the stuff I didn't want on my yogurt, and I was just going to eat the rest. And I realized I should just eat it. So I don't know if that sounds so strange, just to eat it and experience all the different flavors. And there might be some flavors I don't like, but it doesn't waste the whole thing. And like, and there might be some interesting, weird things happening in your mouth when there's a sweet topping and a salty topping. And that's actually an old school one, but like a gummy bear and a piece of Oreo sounds gross, and maybe you'd have to be in an altered state to appreciate that. But I don't know. I feel like there is joy that can be found in the experience of eating them, which means like feeling those feelings and just see where they go. Yeah. That being said, there is so much to say. I'm probably going to make a lot more videos this week. I'm feeling a little, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but definitely, yeah, it's big. I think I'm not going to do New Year's stuff and New Year's resolutions and whatever, because, we should be new day resolutions, like every day, right? Like get up and like, this is my new day, universe. What shall we do? How shall we do it? Let's go. And don't think about tomorrow. And yeah, you got to think about tomorrow and whatever, but yeah, new days resolutions maybe. That being said, I was watching what's that called? Astrological guy that does tarot, and he spent the first half of the video with a whiteboard, and he was talking about 2026, but he was like focused on January, and he had so many planets and moons and stars and suns and so many different alignments and crosses and bumping into each other in January that I was convinced. I just felt like January is going to be very interesting. I don't know how, I don't know why, but yeah, it might even top October. Oh man, what is Capricorn energy? What is that all about? Does it have something to do with this? I don't know. I don't know the astrology stuff. The only thing I really remember as a kid, when I'd read it, I'd be like, that's me. It's saying my sign. Oh yeah. And I got a little older and I was like, I'll read all of them. And I was like, they're all me in a way, but I don't know. Anyway, oh my gosh, this is Real Nature Trip. I'm doing tarot, and I am starting to realize that, oh, I just drew a whole blank. Well, let's just say it easy. If what comes up excites you, that might remind you you're on a good path, you're in the right direction. If something comes up and you're just like, ugh, boo, nah, there's a definite negative reaction, maybe look into that in your life. And if you don't hear me at all, it's not for you. If it doesn't make sense. Okay. I don't know where we're going with this read, but just know you can do it. You can do it. Whatever intensity's coming, just remember you've got all the gifts you need. That's the reminder. Oh, here's the big story. I almost skipped right over it. The choice. So this guy was surrounded by the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. And Two of Pentacles is a choice. And our choice is moving towards calmer waters or moving towards rougher waters, right? I mean, according to these cards, I really feel that the choice is where we're spending our energy, but like our real mission. This is the big part. This is the big part of the message. The cards are going to be the fun part. The big part of the message is let's not lose sight of what we're really doing here, and the main goal. Those two choices. Can I find you? I wonder if I could just draw. Oh man. All right, I'll just pretend. So you're weighing these two choices, whatever. I feel like the choices are earthly and eternal. Are you going to spend all your time? One choice is higher than the other. Are you spending all your time down here? Is that where your focus is going to be? Even your focus of growth, like is your focus on all the P stuff, all the pentacle stuff, you know, the people, places, the money, the whatever. And that's fine. I get it. And we're all over the place. But I feel like the choice this guy's got to make, this person, this energy of yours, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than the day-to-day stuff. Even though the day-to-day living is the whole fabric, you know, it's the playing out of that connection. Okay, so I can stop talking about that because the people who know what's going on know it. The people who are just not there yet because they've got stuff to do, they've got stuff to build and burn energy, they don't want to hear this yet. And then there's some people in between that are kind of on that fence and trying to integrate like this other force in life with Earth life. And that's an adventure. And that's one adventure that all of us are still on, right? Oh my gosh. That being said, I gotta blank the slate, clear the vessel, clean the clock, knock on the cards, kiss them, heart them, raise them. I don't know what else. What else to do? Okay, fearless. You guys ready? We're going courageous. Four of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, and the Seven of, the Eight of Wands in reverse. Well, the Emperor in reverse. That's interesting. We're turning things on their head, you know. The way it's showing me that the Four of Swords, this cat is sitting there peaceful and safe, right? He's got this golden sword underneath him, extra swords anytime he needs to pluck one off the wall, thick walls, security. This one's normally a little chaos, but I'm going to go with in reverse. It's the end of some chaos, or the chaos isn't affecting you. But the Emperor in reverse, it's kind of telling me today that to look at things a little different. turn things up on their head. And that could just be your way of thinking. It doesn't have to be a physical actual thing. I mean, you could do cartwheels if you like. I'm a big handstander. I'm big into handstands. I just thought about that yesterday and how it's been a while. Extra shuffle. Here we go. Spirit, I'm all vesseled up and ready. What's next? 8 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. Oh, this is just saying where we're at. There's a lot of people kind of waiting, holding on, maybe even torturing themselves a little bit. Do you find yourself waiting, holding on, torturing yourself? I do. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't bring water out here. I don't have water. I don't have fire. Well, I have electric light. That is fire. It is inspiring me. All right. Let's get serious. Yeah, this little grouping of cards, it's kind of like a little limbo and a little bit torturing yourself, a little bit of worry about the future, and this is earthly stuff. This is earthly stuff. Earth. I mean, we got swords. We got it all. We've seen everything but cups so far. But doesn't this feel like just kind of holding on and worried a little bit too much? Holding on. To me, this feels like that intersection between the big and the little, between the grand and the minute, between big sweeping beauty and tiny little details. Oh yeah, let's take a little love break. I love you. I accept you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad we found each other. This has been a wonderful journey for me. I hope you're on a wonderful journey. Gosh dang, 2025 has been one of the most exciting years of my life, and I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. The devil on the bottom. The devil is a bottom. What? Wow. 6 of Swords. The Sun. The Lovers in reverse. The Sun. This is just telling me brighter days are coming. Calmer waters. The real true thing we're doing here. The Sun is 100% light, right? Light creates the shadows, obviously, but you're waiting, and this is coming. I mean, it's here, but it's coming also. This is saying you're heading towards it. You're heading towards peace. Heading towards peace. Here comes the Sun. This Lover's in reverse. Where I am so less prepared. Oh. Lovers in reverse. What's the reverse of lovers? The fighters? The ignorers? What's the fearers? The Führers? No, they are. I feel like the Lovers in reverse on this one. Repulsion and abandon. Repulsion and abandon. What the heck? Repulsion and abandon. Which feels kind of like the opposite. So these guys in reverse feels very oppositical to this. What did we say? There's no abandon here. I mean, they're abandoning an old way of life. They're moving to calmer waters. He's not abandoning his wife and child. The masculine doer is not abandoning the beer and the inner child. And the Sun. Didn't I say the Sun creates a shadow? or the light creates a shadow. And maybe that's kind of what we're seeing. It's like you're not going to escape life. You're not going to escape shadows. When you move to calmer waters, it doesn't mean that life is just going to be like, oh yeah, you're never going to get stung by a bee or stub your toe or paper cut or heart broke or whatever. You're not going to not lose a job or what have you. But that's small potatoes. It's outside stuff. You've got the sun in your back pocket. I was just talking about the sun reflecting and blinding me. That's weird. That's weird. The sun can blind you. It illuminates. Man. It warms you up. It's natural. But you know, like, if you just sat in the sun's probably the most important physical thing in our lives. You know, like light, heat, I mean life. We don't have life without the sun. That being said, if you spent the summer completely naked all day out in the sun every single day and stared at it and be like, you know, you'd be in a world of hurt physically. Mentally, you're probably already a little hurt. Something's going on. And maybe there's a saying that there's got to be this balance on the boat, right? You have to stay balanced on this boat. Like the scales, there's balance. I mean, you see these two people, two of cups, you see them with the devil. Oh my gosh. There's something going on. There's something I'm not seeing. There is really something I'm not seeing. And it's playful. It's playfully hiding from me. Oh, what are we hiding? What are we hiding? Oh my gosh. All right, but I really do think that the main objective of what we're doing is this. I can't, there's no way to describe it, because if I say spiritual growth, it's not growing. You already have the fullness of it. It's just, I would say, stripping away to reveal it, but it's already there. Turning toward it, but you're it already. This is why I don't listen to some of those really woo-woo people, because you can't really describe it. And it doesn't make sense. And it just sounds like if you have no clue and all you're doing is, you know, you just got out of college and you're trying to work and pay off your student loan and drive a car and meet a girl and have a house and whatever. You're not thinking about that stuff. You're wrapped up. But it's there. Boy, but what is this? There's something with you and another person. And here we are on the earthly stuff. And, but it feels bigger than, you know, are we together or are we not together? But I don't know. I'm saying I a lot. This is super interesting. Actually, I want to shuffle. For some reason, I want to shuffle. Let's get Euro. Let's do the European shuffle. Get some international flavor. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, Spirit. I'm gonna ask Spirit. I'm asking Spirit to show and tell what, or clear up, or whatever about this hidden something, this hidden interesting something. 5 of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups, Didn't I say, like, the only thing we're missing is cups? And now our cups runneth over. We got 5, and I'm seeing total of 7 cups. The 5 this guy is, you know, dwelling on. Page of Cups in reverse. Now I'm seeing this as a timeline. Like, there's this time of, like, a little dark, a little depressing, a little wistful, like, I don't know where I'm going. Hello, you know, hey. Still got some cups, used up some cups. There's a river there, there's a bridge. The skies might look dark now, but yeah. There's options. It's hard to see them. This feels like a timeline. Page of Cups in reverse. I gotta read this Page of Cups in reverse. Because there's a lot of stuff I don't know. Pentacles, Cups. Tens, Pages. Sneaky and savvy. Oh yeah, savvy. You savvy? And the Ace of Cups. Oh, baby. You know, something I've never had my eyes drawn to is that bird. I'm guessing dove, right? Doves are a bird of peace, or sign of peace. This cup is connected to the great big body of water. And this is kind of how I felt this morning, that my cup was getting some of the other water. I think we should pay attention to that. I think you should pay attention to that. I think when you feel a feeling that comes out of nowhere, I think you should investigate it and keep the option open that it doesn't belong to you. that is weird. So yeah, this is like, there was a decision time. There was a heavy decision time. And, you know, and it feels like a lot of it was in your mind. Like when it uses sneaky and savvy, that is mind. But then I feel like you get released from that mind, and there's this bigger piece, you know, of all these emotions and feelings. There's a bigger piece when you, I don't want to say see the bigger picture, but feel that you're a part of the bigger picture. I realized this weekend, I was like, I mean, I've said a few times, I know this isn't funny, and my words are really stilted, whatever. I'm having trouble with words. But I've said in a few videos, like, man, I want to talk about fun stuff, sex, drugs, rock and roll, relationships, heartbreaks, you know, all that stuff, all the good, juicy stuff. And money. I want to talk about money, abundance, and superpowers. And so many of these videos were about healing. And I'm like, but yeah. Anyway, this weekend I was like, you know, my desire to talk about all the fun stuff, the nitty gritty, earthly, sure, I get it. But let us remind ourselves, we are here for something bigger. And it's the choice, that Two of Pentacles choice. We got to take that higher choice and not forget our mission. And I know I'm saying that over and over again because I love you, and I feel like it's really important. All right, any last messages? This is going to be a 30-minute plus video. All right. The Chariot, the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands. Boy, thank goodness for that King of Wands. This might be January. This is gonna be January. You're gonna be moving faster, but look at what you got. You're moving. It's gonna be fast, but you're internally gonna be pretty chill. Yeah. And whatever you're doing, it's gonna inspire people. That's it. That's all. That's it. Oh yeah. By the way, I'm about to say goodbye. I'm not gonna read I'm already stumbling with words that are already in my head that I know how to pronounce. And so I am definitely not gonna read the Earth Warrior cards with their strange sentence structure and lovely alliteration. All right, so listen, where am I going with this? I probably should just say goodbye. But I feel like I had one more thing to say. Oh man, where did it go? Movement, inspiration, you're moving. It's gonna be fast. I mean, there's gonna be an uptick of activity. An uptick of activity for January. That's as far as I'm gonna go with January. Although I think mid-year of this year, some things are gonna come to fruition. It's kind of a message I was getting. About half a year deep. Man, half a year from now, I'll be 3 years with no beard. Aw. Makes me happy. My vessel, I'm cleaning my vessel. Okay. This is kind of a weird message, and I hope that it found where it needed to find, and I hope that you're doing great, and I love you, and I just yeah, that's all. Please forgive me for this really long, not really long, but fairly long. All right, what am I doing?